Hey. Welcome back.
Welcome back
to the Sheer Truth.
The Sheer Truth podcast featuring Kim and Taylor.
Ta-da.
Yay.
Okay, so we're going to talk about how we met our boss.
Our boss.
Shelly Arnold. Michelle Arnold, a.k.a. Shirley.
Throw her whole name out there.
Well, she owns the salon.
That's fair, okay.
Do you want to...
A.k.a. Shirley.
A.k.a. Shirley.
Shirley is guest starring in the corner.
She's here, but she's
here.
not ready to make her debut yet.
Her
there's
hand
her
is making
hand.
her debut.
Oh, look at that. Just grab my hand. My hand.
My strong hand. Okay, do you want to start? Because I started last time with how I started here. Do you want to start how you met Shirley?
Yeah, so I kind of talked about it when we talked
our
about
last
how
story, yeah.
we got started in cosmetology. So I'm going to just repeat myself. So I went to a school, wink, wink. We're not going to talk about that yet. And there was a salon, we'll talk about that later too, that came in to do some recruiting. And it was really normal for like you know, like bigger chains like salon, like Supercuts and Hair Cuttery to come in and do these demos. I said, but we had a smaller salon come in, and Taylor and Shelly were part of that meet and greet. And I was in the parking lot of said school, and I had a green mohawk, and Shelly had a green mohawk, and we literally locked eyes from across the parking lot. And she screamed at me and pointed and said, "You go to the school?" And I looked at her in fear, and I said, "Yes, I do."
In fear.
And I think I was doing my mohawk. I think I was in the process of refreshing it, and we used the same color. We used the same color line. And I was already committed to Supercuts, and so I really wanted to give them a fair shot. And obviously that didn't work out. And I went to work at the other salon, and we should really come up with a name for that salon, like not the name, but like a name, like a code name, like a safe word.
Pumpkins.
The other salon.
Plants.
And oh god.
Plants.
And
The green room. We'll call it the green room for now.
Yes.
the green room, okay. And so we all worked at the green room together. And I didn't work there very long. I think I only worked there for maybe 6 months, but then I broke my leg, so that was a whole other
That's a
thing.
whole other story we can talk about.
But that's how I met Shelly. And when Shelly opened To Die For, Taylor and I were here. We actually sat in the empty salon.
Oh yeah, you came with.
Yeah, it
up
was
at my
the three of
house.
us,
Yeah.
remember?
I do.
And I think Leona was here.
No, she
No, it wasn't Leona.
No.
Maybe it was Riley. There were kids here. Maybe it was Riley. I don't remember.
Yeah, your kids were here, right?
And we sat in what was it called? The apothecary.
Apothecary.
And the original owner and her husband were there, and it was me, Taylor, and Shelly. And Shelly was like, "I think I'm gonna buy it." And we were like, "Yeah, you should buy it." And then Taylor and I were the last two people to come to work here.
Listen. We had stuff.
We had some
Some
emotional
stuff.
baggage with the green room.
Emotional damage.
Yes, and so we felt. Anyway, we felt
It's fine.
Yeah, it's fine. We're here now. So that's how I met Shelly, and it's been a wonderful, beautiful relationship,
It's true.
and I love her to
She has
pieces.
been.
And she's the best goddamn boss,
Boss ever.
ever. So what's your story?
Well, can we first say that Shelly absolutely hates being called the boss, and that's the only
That's why
reason
we keep
that
emphasizing
we'll
it.
call her boss every
Yeah.
single day because she just really doesn't like it.
She makes me very uncomfortable.
I also.
And it's really hard to make Shelly uncomfortable, so that's why we ride that wave.
It's really fun. We love it.
We enjoy it.
Yeah. I also kind of talked about how I met Shelly.
Your story is
I don't know.
amazing. I didn't know any of that, and so the fact
yeah.
that you weren't even a hairstylist, you're like, I'm gonna work for her
I
one
don't
day.
know if I told you this, but I was working in the ICU, and Shelly didn't typically come into the ICU for her job. Somebody else did it. Somebody else was like right?
everybody's job.
I know you did, but typically I didn't see Shelly. She wasn't really like in the ICU where I was. So it was like one of my first week or something when I was working there, maybe like the first month-ish, and Shelly comes strolling in, and she went to go clean one of the rooms, and I looked at my coworker who was training me, and I said, "Who the heck is that?" And
But
she said,
explain how Shelly looked.
"Oh, Shelly had a big red mohawk with flowers in the side of her head, like she always wore these clips on the side of her head every single time. It was like beautiful red mohawk." And I was like, first of all, how in the shit piss is she allowed to have red hair? I got yelled at for having a nose ring in my nose. Like, this is crazy. I used to take my nose ring out before every shift.
Wait, was
we
it
get yelled
second
at.
shift or first shift?
Second shift.
That's why.
Yeah,
First
probably.
shift, I got in trouble and I was threatened to get fired.
Oh, well, there we go. Doesn't matter anymore. It's
Yeah,
fine.
but red's a natural
no,
color.
It was not a natural.
It was red. It wasn't like
So-
brown red, it was red.
Fire
No,
engine red.
It was red. So she came walking in to do one of the rooms. I was in there, and I looked at my coworker and I said, "Who's that?" She said, "That's Shelly. Shelly's a hairstylist too. She doesn't just work at the hospital." And I was like,
Was she sassy? Because you say
"No,
that, it sounds like
no,
she was
that's
very
just how
sassy.
she is. She was very nice. I don't want to put her name in here. She still comes to me.
Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah.
She loved Shelly. She
Okay.
loved her. So she said that's Shelly. She's a hairstylist. She was like just like, oh my god, she's a hairstylist. She's so cool. And she said she works at a salon. She doesn't just work here. She has another job too. Blah 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 whatever. So I was like, oh okay, cool, sweet. And then whatever, we talked about her for a little bit, and I said I'm gonna work with her one day. If I'm not working with her or for her, like something's wrong. Like I'm gonna work with that girl. And like I said last time, I wasn't a hairstylist. It was not even working in the salon by the time I had seen her walk in. So time went by, whatever. That was the first time I met Shelly. When I went to school, I called my friend and I was like, hey, there's this girl, I really want to like get in with her because I'm going to school for hair, so let's go get haircuts by her. And my best friend Maria was
Are
like,
you
"Yeah, sure."
kidding me?
I'm not
You
kidding.
went and got a hair. You
Yeah,
got a
yeah,
haircut
yeah.
from Shelly?
Yeah, I sure did. And I texted her or messaged her on Facebook and I said, hey, I'm going to hair school. I want to come in and get a haircut by you and like just, chat a little bit, whatever. So I went in.
You're such
Maria
a
got a
stalker.
haircut. I am a stalker. Look where I am.
You are.
That's fine. Maria got a haircut, my best friend, and then I got a haircut, and we just like talked. And Shelly was like, if you decide you want a job here, just reach out. So I was like, oh, you're gonna say that to everyone. Like, if somebody's going on the hair school, you're gonna be like, oh, an assistant, that would be cool. So I was like, yeah, okay, whatever. So left, went to school, did all this stuff, worked at a stupid ass salon. We can talk about that one too because I don't like any of those memories. I worked there for a little bit, and then I ended up texting Shelly and saying like, hey, I don't want to be where I am right now. I was working at Hair Cuttery and another salon.
Were you at hair cuttery at that point,
No,
or were you at the green
You
room?
were at the green room.
The green room.
Okay.
And she said, oh, let me talk to my boss. We'll get you in for an interview. And it was like a day, maybe 2 days. And I actually showed up late to my interview there.
That's
Because wait, listen. Because the boss there said, I'll be done doing this color at this time, so come at this time. And I pulled into the parking lot half an hour early, and she called me and she said, hey, we had an interview. And I said, no, we didn't have an interview until this time. And she goes, no, I have a client at that time, you need to come now. And I was like, sick, I'm in the parking lot. And I walked inside. Should have been a red flag immediately.
So she was wrong on her timing.
She was wrong,
Okay.
as far as I'm concerned.
Okay. I agree with
But,
you.
I agree with you too.
but whatever. It's fine. So then when I went in there, I was so shy. Like, I don't think I spoke to anybody when I went in. And she was like, yeah, let's set up a schedule. She like had me all figured out.
Now, were you hired as an assistant?
Yeah. And then I still worked at CVS.
Like
when
the
I started.
station? Like CBS, like news?
CVS.
Oh,
like
CVS. Oh, I forgot you worked there.
CVS, you were on the news?
Listen, I'm old. I don't hear things very well.
Sorry, I'm trying to concentrate, and it's hot as
I told you it was hot as balls
butthole back here.
We probably could turn that fan on. please pause. We're just gonna